Hey everybody, welcome back to Thingamajigger Thursday here at Two Seggers, where we go over a unique or uncommon tool once a week. Got a showstopper for this week's tool, and if you stick around, we'll take a sneak peek at next week's tool and a potential giveaway. Here we go. All right, so before we get started on today's tool, just a quick reminder, we still have these two tool stumpers here. We don't know what those are yet, so if you got an idea of what those ones are, please let us know in the comments. And if you won either of these in the giveaway, make sure you get in touch with me. Now, on to today's tool. I can't tell you how many hours I have researching this thing already, and I have come up with nothing, all right? To me, it really just looks like a crimper of some sort for something, all right? These are pretty standard H.K. Porter, which is for Henry Kirk Porter. He started making bolt cutters and tools and locomotives back in the late 1800s and even all the way up till 1950-ish, I believe. And HKPs, you can still get them today. They don't look quite like this, but they're a very common, popular, high-end bolt cutter. And you could buy all sorts of attachments, different, specialty jaws for these types of bolt cutters. Now, they make shears, pruning, crimping, bolt cutters, metal stamps. They make 90-degree offset this way. They make 90-degree like bench mounted. I mean, they make all sorts of different bolt cutters, handles, high leverage handles. And you can get all sorts of attachments. Now, the number on here, it says tool number, like I said in the last video, 0090NG. Now, 0090 is a very common part number for their, I think, the 18-inch bolt cutters. It's the NG that I can't seem to find. I have logged into so many different websites. One of the ones I go to all the time is archive.org, and they have old catalogs in there, digitized old catalogs. And I have scrolled through hundreds of pages of old H.K. Porter tool catalogs and other brands as well. I have found a couple that look similar to this of other brands, but nothing under the HKP brand. So if anybody out there knows for sure what these jaws are for, has some sort of literature, please throw it in the comments, and I'll look it up after that and make another video of it. But as of right now, I cannot find them. All right, so that's the actual number, and that's stamped right in. So that tells me this is not a custom-made tool. This is, a manufactured tool. It's gotta be in a catalog somewhere. I don't know, but these are definitely HKPs. I mean, it says it right on there. Old school HKPs. So anyway, and HKP, he's a pretty unique fella. Like I said, they're actually more well known for making locomotives, and they were the first ones to make air-powered locomotives, like air pressure, pneumatic. I don't even know how that would work, but then they started making smaller locomotives, diesel, gas, steam, and at one point they owned like manufactured like 90% of the smaller narrow gauge rail locomotives. Holy cow. So anyway, HKP, small history lesson on Henry Kirk Porter. But yeah, please, if anybody has any real information on this, I would love to know. All right, now, on to next week. So I kind of collect stuff like this when I go to auctions, and most of it is just kind of, like they're not super high end. This one says US 91 on it, and apparently a whole bunch of different folks made these types of heads, axe bits, singles, doubles, all that. And like this pile right here is probably nothing special. I'll look up these two at some point, but this one, I think if we can get 2,500 views on the next week's video, I will pay the extraordinary shipping to send this out. We will hold a drawing for this and send it out. I don't necessarily need it. Personally, I think this is a hand-forged maul. And right here, is the maker stamp, I'm assuming. Now, I was not able to find anything on it just yet. I looked for maybe an hour or two, and again, I don't know. I couldn't really make out what it reads. Maybe this camera will do a little bit better job. Got a nice close-up shot there, so if you can figure out what it says, then maybe we can figure it out. And I'll work on it from now until next week, next Thursday. But this will be our giveaway next week if we can hit 2,500 views on next week's video. And I'm betting it's kind of worth something. But then again, maybe not. I don't know. It sure is heavy. It's got to be a 5 or 6 pound maul. And like I said, just the inaccuracy on all of the sides, it definitely looks like a hand forged maul. You can see how it's not perfectly symmetrical. The sides aren't perfect. So this, I don't think this is a casting or machined. It looks hand forged to me. To me, it looks like something, you know, like German, Switzerland, Scandinavian style. I wonder if that's another number right there. I can't quite make it out. My eyes are starting to get bad too. But yeah, if we can figure out what it is and get 2,500 views on next week's video, I'll pay the shipping to send this out to somebody in the States only, all right? In the continental United States only. So hey, appreciate everybody stopping by, and sorry I'm late getting the video out today. We've been out in the woods morel mushroom hunting all day. 3 days in a row we have about 14 pounds of mushrooms. And last spring I went and got my morel mushroom expert license so I can legally sell them in the state of Michigan. So cool stuff there. And I do have videos on that stuff if you guys are interested in that stuff. So if y'all want to have a drawing for this maul and have me pony up and ship this thing somewhere in the continental United States, make sure you like and share this video. Please consider subscribing. Have a great weekend. We'll see you later.